I think Halloween may have come early for hero players because this is one treat all of us are just going crazy over. Hello, welcome to the King's Court. Okay, if this is your first time here on the channel, thank you so much for clicking on the video. And if you're a returning viewer, hi, how you doing? Now, if you're familiar with the channel, when it comes to our Yu-Gi-Oh content, I'm always focusing on heroes and Yubel. GX usually, but like Supreme King's stuff basically. Just because, again, I love GX. Supreme King might have been my favorite version of Jaden in the entire series. I gotta be honest, because because again that season was so cool, and I was really hoping that we were gonna get, because it's been a rumor for a couple of weeks now that ever since the set for October was announced, that we might be getting Evil Hero stuff, and it's happening. Man, oh man, I am excited. So I wanted to talk about these cards really quick. I'm gonna be real. Honestly, I'm just gonna gush over them. Yeah, I'm just gonna gush over these cards because I am super excited. Because one, the artwork is amazing. Evil Heroes have always had some of the coolest artwork, and also the fact that a lot of these are references to existing GX cards already. So that's enough, honestly, just blabbling it out right now. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of these new cards? Do you think these cards could be used in the main Omni Hero deck? Or do you think now Evil Hero might actually have a chance to stand on its own 2 feet? Because we already have Neos Heroes, which I need to really update that deck for the channel. I gotta work on that. But there's always been that version, because these days the Omni Hero deck works great with each other because it uses elemental heroes, destiny heroes, masked heroes, vision heroes, etc. And but evil hero used to have a stay in the deck. We used to main evil hero malicious Bane, which, oh man, does this mean Bane's back? Oh man, I'm excited to be using Bane again. That I have missed that card so much. But unfortunately, these days with how the game's gone, Bane right now just isn't what he used to be. But now there might be a place for Bane again with these new Evil Hero cards. But let's get to talk about these cards. So let me know what you think of these new ones in the comments. Okay, first we gotta start off with the main deck cards. Evil Hero Toxic Bubble. Now, any hero player can tell you that this is obviously a reference to Bubble Man, but it's a reference to Neo Bubble Man. This is honestly really cool because Neo Bubble Man has been completely just shafted over the years because little GX trivia, a metamorphosis was actually used in the GX anime, and because Jaden would use it to go into Neo Bubble Man. But unfortunately, in real life, metamorphosis has been banned for like years, decades even. So Neo Bubbleman has always been like a running gag amongst hero players. It's the one banned hero card without actually being banned because you cannot go into it without Metamorphosis. It specifically states you need that card. So I think this is a cool way. It's kind of like Evil Hero. It's like an Evil Hero Neo Bubbleman. So he's back for revenge for everyone forgetting about him. So I think that's really cool. This artwork is sweet. I love it. So let's see. Level 4 Water Fiend. You don't really see a lot of Water Fiends. I think we're all used to Fiends either being dark, light right now because of Fiendsmith, and the occasional fire ones, like Infernoids. But, man, okay. You can only special summon with the first. You can only. Sorry if I'm tongue tied. You can only special summon with the first effect. Okay, it is worded that way. Of this card's name once per turn. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. You can special summon this card from your hand. If summoned this way, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except hero monsters. Now this is interesting because a lot of these new evil hero cards mention they lock you into hero cards, which a lot of hero cards already do that. But that's actually it, so that's not even a bad thing, honestly. If this card is special summon, you can control. Alright. If this card is special summon and you control a fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion, you can draw 2 cards. That's pretty good because a lot of these cards actually right now require other fiends to be on the grave. And Dark Fusion, I'll put a picture of it right here because I'm pretty sure there are probably some hero players who've never tried the Evil Hero deck. Dark Fusion is basically the dark version of Polymerization. So that's really cool. It's actually better though, because it has an effect that the monster you summon can't be targeted. So it's actually a much better poly. But unfortunately, it's not. There. Well, actually, that problem was fixed beforehand. There wasn't ways to search it like you could with polymerization, but now we got ways to search it. So this card's pretty good actually. Nice draw too, which makes sense because that's what the original Neo Bubble Man did, and Bubble Man in general because we all remember Bubble Beat, right? So it's cool that they're keeping that in the card, honestly. That little pot of greed effect. So that's really cool. Next, Evil Hero Death Prison. Do you think they'll change this name? I don't want them to. Death Prison sounds really cool, but you think they'll change the name because we all know how Konami is. They like to change up names, avoid words like death and all that. So makes you wonder, right? I hope they don't. So this is obviously the evil version of of Elemental Hero Prisma. Wow, that's interesting because Prisma hasn't been used in Heroes in forever. Last time, shoot, not even in Neo's Heroes it's used anymore. These days, most players would rather use Fusion Deployment, but man, that's actually really interesting. Last time I even heard this card was being used main deck, I think it was the Gate Guardian deck. So okay, let's see. You can only special summon with the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can only use the second. Okay, same thing. If you control a fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, nice. You can send one hero monster from your deck to the graveyard. If you fusion summon a hero monster this turn, this face-up card can be used as a substitute for any one fusion material whose name is mentioned on it, but the other material must be correct. Okay, now that's interesting. So let's you dump a hero. It doesn't even say evil hero, so you can honestly just send your malicious to the grave, which is really good. But remember, if you play evil heroes before, you would know that another card we need in the graveyard is evil hero Sinister Necrom. So grab your Sinister Necrom. So this card's going to be much more important for the deck now. I'll put a picture of Sinister Necrom here, but there's other cards later on where I'll mention Sinister Necrom again, so I'll go over him more in detail. So this card's pretty good actually. Let's see, Foolish Hero, and man, if you feature something, it could be a substitute too. So it keeps that old school effect that Prism would have, where you would reveal. So you don't got to reveal though. You could send a monster from your grave whose name, and it becomes that fusion's name. I mean that monster's name, and that's why so many decks have played it before. Like Heroes, back and forth kind of would. Uh, Gladiator Beast used to. I remember that. The ABC deck, I think, used to tech it once in a while. So there have been a lot of decks over the years that have used this card. So, well, the original. So that's pretty cool. Evil Hero Hell Rider. Okay, they're definitely gonna change these names. Damn, that sounds so cool. Hell Rider. Kind of reminds me of the Ghost Rider. So, when these cards were being revealed on the official Yu-Gi-Oh site, it said here that this is one of the cards that Johan or Jesse, if you're used to the dub like me, saw in one of his nightmares of Yubel. So that's pretty cool. Pretty metal, right? It's a wow, a Wind Fiend. Do we have any other Wind Fiend monsters? Oh man, I don't think we. Dang, I don't think we do. At least none that I can think of right off the top of my head. Wind Fiend. That is so weird. That's pretty cool too. All right, you can only use okay. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Dark Fusion from your deck or graveyard to your hand. This is where the effect of Sinister Necrom, like I said earlier, comes in. So you can use your evil version of Prisma to send Sinister Necrom, or unless you got like Fool's Burial or something in the grave, and you can use Necrom's effect. Because Necrom's effect is you could banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one evil hero monster from your hand or deck, except evil hero Sinister Necrom. You only use the effect of it once per turn. So, I'm gonna be honest here. This is a really good effect that really works with a lot of the other evil heroes, especially Necrom. So, Necrom, two or three. What do you think? I'm thinking, man, three might be necessary, but You made me get away with two, but man, oh man, I'm excited. I'm really excited right now. Hi, Post Editing Isaac here. Sorry for the interruption, but I realized while I was putting on the finishing touches after I had already done the voiceover, I realized that we can use in the deck Fusion Destiny and Destiny Hero Dangerous in the deck because we already used this card in Omni Heroes, but for the Evil Hero deck, we can use this to send Destiny Hero Malicious and as well Evil Hero Sinister Necron to the graveyard. And because right now, Sinister Necron, thanks to these new cards, has become a lot more powerful, this might be a necessary thing to run in the deck going forward to turbo that foolish effect, thanks to Fusion Destiny. So, just wanted to put that out there. So sorry for interrupting. Thank you so much. So yeah, now we got our easy search cards for Dark Fusion. This is also making me wonder: does this count also? I think this also works for Dark Calling because Dark Calling is like the Miracle Fusion version for Dark Fusion. So I wonder because one of the cards we would run back in the day with Bane was Evil Hero Adjusted Gold, Adjusted, and his effect right here, you can discard, and one Dark Fusion or one card that mentions it. So it says it looks like it's gonna have to be a hard Dark Fusion only. So that kind of stinks because it'd be really cool if you could add Dark Calling as well. That one honestly would be really cool. Second effect, you could banish this card and four other monsters from your graveyard. Dang, four? Steep price. Set one Super Poly from your deck. Until the end of your opponent's turn, you cannot special summon except hero monsters. Again, still coinciding with the whole, it's not locking you into, like, evil heroes or, like, fiends in general. So that's really cool. But you can fusion summon fusion monsters that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion with effects other than it. Okay, so basically you're going to get locked into heroes, but you can still use Dark Fusion because Dark Fusion itself summons fiends and all that. So, all right, that's interesting. Oh boy. Okay. Uh, let's say the fusions for after. I want to talk about the spells and traps really quick. Dark Contact. Dark Contact. Okay, so this is interesting because little GX lore, the Supreme King never used Neos. There's a scene. Man, I'll see if I can find like a clip of it or like a still frame of it. But basically, Neos was all completely darkened out because like remember Neos is like the representation for Jaden's soul. So because he was being possessed by the Supreme King, his soul was corrupted. So he never used Neos. So I think this is like a reference to that. It's honestly really cool. I'm gonna be saying that a lot because I'm gonna be honest. When I heard about these new cards, I was freaking out like that SpongeBob gif, from the movie, screaming yes because man, I'm excited. All right, let's see. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each of this card's name once per turn. Fusion summon one fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion from your extra deck by shuffling its materials from your field, graveyard, or banishment into the deck. This is treated as a fusion summon with Dark Fusion. Okay, that's actually really cool because that makes sense now because the monster we just talked about, Evil Hero Hellrider, to use the effect to set Super Poly from your deck, you gotta banish him and four other heroes. So this actually, this actually works together with that. So that's actually pretty cool. That's really interesting. There's a lot of stuff you could do with that. I'm actually pretty excited. Management and you can summon with Dark Fusion. And second effect, add one Supreme King's Castle or Dark Fusion from your deck to your hand. Okay, if anyone forgot what Supreme King's Castle is, I'll put a picture of it right here. You can fusion summon fusion monsters that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion with effects other than Dark Fusion. Once per turn, during the damage calc, send one evil hero monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. Your monsters gain attack equal to that level of that monster sent to the graveyard times 200. So it's basically the evil version of Skyscraper. Actually, this card's a lot better than I remember. Well, right now at least. Thanks to all this new Evil Hero support, this card actually might be a lot more playable. Because it wasn't really used that often in the Evil Hero deck beforehand. So this actually could be a lot better now. I mean, you could send cards from your extra deck to the grave, so you get a lot more heroes in the grave, which a lot of these cards need like 4 or 5 of them to even work. So actually, this could be used now. All right, next one, Evil Assault. Let's see. First off, the artwork. So if I remember right, that's Evil Hero Infernal Gainer, but he looks kind of different. I wouldn't be shocked later on if we get more Evil Hero cards because remember, it is GX's 20th anniversary. Konami has been milking the 25th anniversary of the original Duel Monsters, but it is GX's 20th anniversary this year. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we get more Evil Hero support later on announced. Maybe we'll finally get that fabled fusion between Yubel and Winkaribo, right? Hopefully someday, or maybe like a Neos Winkaribo fusion. That'd be sweet. All right, Evil Assault. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Discard one card. You can special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, except Evil Hero monster. You can't summon any but your so it locks you into heroes still. Makes sense. Also, take one level 4 or lower Evil Hero monster from your deck, either add it to your hand or special summon it. Huh. Okay, that's actually not bad. Lets you summon your monsters from the deck and lets you discard. And that could be good, like if you open up like malicious or something. Okay. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, so you gotta wait a turn. You could banish it, add one Dark Fusion from your graveyard or your hand. Okay. It looks like that could probably be useful. Okay. This card's not bad, actually. I wonder if they're trying like to set up more plays I wouldn't be surprised honestly that one of the cards we're gonna get is like a retread of Infernal Gainer. Oh, man, a retread of Infernal Gainer. Dang, makes me wonder if they'll do that with all the evil heroes because, spoiler alert, we already got a retread of evil hero. Let me see. I actually have all the evil heroes in my GX collection. Ah, here it is. We already have a evil hero Inferno Wing. We already got a new retread of that, so maybe maybe we'll see like a new Dark Gaia. That'd be man, new Dark Gaia. Dang. All right, last spell or trap. All right, Dark Supremacy. You can only use the first and second. All right, sorry. Target one face-up card your opponent controls, up to the number of Dark Fusion and spells that mention it in your graveyard. Okay, cool. So you could use Dark Calling still in the deck, which okay, that makes sense because you could still use adjusted gold to search Dark Calling. All right, cool. All right, spells that mention in your graveyard negate their effects until the end of this turn. Okay, that's kind of cool. So it's kind of like imperm for heroes, but you can't activate it from the hand. That'd be too good. But that's pretty good actually. Two, discard is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there. You could banish it, and then target up to 5 hero monsters in your graveyard, and or banished, shuffle them in the deck. I guess they're trying to give you your deck like more of a grind game, since with that Hell Rider card you got to banish like 5. So that's pretty good. That first effect isn't bad, honestly. It's like a little tiny imperm for the hero deck. So, for evil heroes. So that's pretty cool. All right, now I gotta go over the ones I'm really excited for. Oh man, Evil Hero Neos Lord. Man, that is cool. The boy is dripped out. That is cool. Okay, Elemental Hero Neos plus one fusion monster that mentions it. So you could still use like Spirit of Neos in this deck too if you want, or Honest Neos. Okay, cool. Plus one effect monster on the field. Again, it looks like they're really going for the whole. They want you to use Dark Fusion because Dark Fusion does let you fuse from the field in your hand. Again, it's just Dark Poly, so it makes sense. They want you to do the whole monster in your hand and on the field thing. So okay, that's not bad actually. You only use the effects. Okay. Discard a special summon, or if a monster is sent to the graveyard while this monster is in the field, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of it. Huh. Take control of your opponent's monsters. Now, that could be nasty, actually. There are a lot of cards these days that do send cards to the grave, so that's funny. Think about it. You have him in the field, and your opponent's playing Fiendsmith or something. They go into their Beatrice. You could just use this, steal their Beatrice. That's kind of cool, actually. And its second effect can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. All right, not bad. I'm gonna be. It's good, but man, I can't get over how cool that artwork is. All right, this is the one I mentioned. Evil Hero Inferno Wing, Infernal Backlash. Okay, that artwork is sick. All right, let's see. Elemental Hero Avion or plus Elemental Hero Burstinatrix plus one hero monster. Okay, that's interesting. So because the original one you had to use both Avion and Burstinatrix. So instead you got to use one of them and a hero monster. Okay, that's actually a lot better than that actually. You can only use the first, second effect of discard's name once per turn. Okay, if discard a special summon, you can add one Dark Fusion or one card that mentions it from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except a fusion monster. Alright. If your hero monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflict 2100 damage to them. Okay, so still stick with that Flame Wingman burn strategy. Okay, that's not bad actually. A little. It's not bad. I've seen worse, but again, that artwork is cool. All right, and the last one, last card we've got revealed so far, Evil Hero Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. That's pretty on the nose, right? Let's see. It kind of looks like a little tiny malicious Bane. Bane. Dark Knight, Bane. Is that what they were going for? I kind of hope so, actually. I'm a huge Batman fan, so I kind of hope so. All right. Level 8 Earth's Fiend. Okay, so this might be like the new retread for Dark Gaia. It does look... Okay, that would make sense. One Fiend monster plus one Warrior monster. It probably is because Dark Gaia originally had to use a Fiend and a Rock monster. Hi, post editing Isaac again. Okay, so originally I thought this might have been like the fusion for the new retread for Dark Gaia. It's a good thing I didn't upload this video last night like I was gonna. It's a good thing I waited because after doing some research on Twitter, apparently this is the hero version for Neos Knight from the movies. So that actually makes way more sense because they both of them need a warrior. Plus it adds to that whole warrior aesthetic too. So and knight. So sorry about that. That's why if you see okay, it's been a while since I uploaded it, but last year in October, for any new subscribers, I actually was playing Evil Heroes. It was like a October special thing I was doing. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to see that deck. I'm gonna shoot. We're not even gonna get this stuff in time for Halloween this year. Dang it! I'll still do like an Evil Hero deck for Halloween though, but okay, because when I did that deck, you had the main deck 3 Nibiru for Dark Calling in order to go to Dark Gaia. Because, again, you need a Fiend and a Rock. Monsters your opponent controls lose attack equal to the total original attack of the fusion materials used in this card's summon. I'm mad, because Evil Heroes do have a lot of attack. Like, Adjusted Gold's got 2100, so it makes sense. Can make a second attack during each battle. Nice. If this face-up special summon card you control leaves the field by your opponent, you can target one fiend or one warrior monster in your graveyard special summon defense position. Okay, that's pretty good. So it says by your opponent, so I guess it means either by battle or cards like destruction or something. So actually, it just says when you control leaves the field. So even if like your opponent bounces or banishes it or spins it back to the deck, it still gets the effect. Okay, that's actually a lot better now that I think about it. Okay, nice. All right, I feel you. All right. Okay, so that's all 9 cards. All right, there's a lot to unpack here. First off, I gotta be real. Artwork on these cards, 10 out of 10. They are just so cool. Again, the evil heroes have always had like some of the coolest artwork in the game. Like Hero Monsters already got amazing artwork, but the evil heroes have always just been so cool to me. Probably because they mix like the whole fiend and warrior aspect together. So the artwork really nice. I feel like the main deck cards like Death Prison, Toxic Bubble, and maybe even Hell Rider could be used. But this is making me think that they're really trying to set up the deck to be more like its own thing. So I think some of these cards could maybe be used in the Omni Hero deck, but I feel like this card, like a pure evil hero deck, is really what this deck could shine in. So